Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a dense forest, there lived a raven. The raven had everything he needed to survive, but he was not happy with his life. One day, he sat on a branch of a tree and started crying uncontrollably. As fate would have it, a monk was meditating under the same tree, and a teardrop from the raven's eyes fell on his cheek. The monk was a wise man and had spent his life meditating on the ways of the world. He asked the raven, "Why are you crying, my friend?" The raven replied with a heavy heart, "I am very unhappy with my life. No one loves me. People shoo me away in disgrace. No one gives me anything to eat. Everyone hates me. Death is better than such a life." The monk understood the raven's plight, but knew that the raven lacked the wisdom to see beyond his current state. The monk tried to counsel the raven, "My friend, we should learn to be happy in whatever condition we are in." But the raven was not convinced and pleaded with the monk to do him a favor. The raven asked the monk to use his magic to turn him into a swan. The monk agreed, but with a caveat. "Before I transform you, go and meet the swan and ask him if he is happy with his life." So the raven set out to find the swan. When he found the swan, he was amazed by its beauty and asked, "You are as white as milk, and everyone loves you. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The swan replied with a heavy heart, "No, my friend, I am not happy. There are so many beautiful colors in the world, but I have none. White is a nothing color. I think the parrot must be the happiest bird in the world. He's so colorful." The raven flew away from there and found the parrot. The parrot had vibrant and bright colors and looked stunning. The raven approached him and said, "Oh, parrot, you are so colorful and beautiful. You must be the happiest bird in the world." The parrot replied with a heavy heart, "No, my friend, I am not happy. People keep parrots in cages, and I am always afraid that someone may hold me and lock me in a cage." The raven flew away from the parrot and searched for the peacock. After a long time, he found the peacock in a zoo. People had gathered to see the peacock's beauty, but he was in a cage. The peacock looked sad, and the raven approached him and said, "Dear, you are so beautiful. Every day thousands of people come to see you, and look at me. When people see me, they immediately shoo me away. You must be the happiest bird on the planet." The peacock replied with a heavy heart, "I always thought that I was the most beautiful and happiest bird on the planet. But because of my beauty, I am trapped in this zoo. When people pluck my colorful feathers to make decorative things, it hurts me a lot. I am not happy." The raven was astonished to hear this from the peacock and asked him, "If you are not happy, then who do you think is the happiest bird in the world?" The peacock replied, "I have examined the zoo very carefully, and I have realized that you, the raven, are the only bird not kept in the cage. People don't try to catch you and trap you in the cages, so for the past few days, I have been thinking that if I were a raven, I could happily roam everywhere, and I would be free." The raven flew away from there, and today, for the first time, he was feeling happy to be a raven. He came back to the sage and said, "O wise one, I don't want to be anything. I am fine, but I am." If we see in our lives, we will find that this is our problem too. We make unnecessary comparison with others and then become sad and curse ourselves. We don't value what we have, and this all leads to vicious cycles of unhappiness. You should learn to be happy in what you have instead of looking at what you don't have. There will always be someone who will have more or less than you have. If you keep comparing yourself to others, you will never be able to be happy. A person who is satisfied with what he or she has is the happiest person in the world.